Hi everybody, how are you all doing today? So today I have a video on credit. I haven't done a credit video in a very long time. The very first credit video that I did, it did pretty well on my channel, but I felt like there wasn't enough people watching it for me to continue to do those type of videos. So I haven't done one in a very long time. The reason why I am doing a credit video today is because I am happy to announce that I am finally in the exclusive 800 Club. So I just checked my credit about a week ago and my credit is officially 801. Yes, my credit is 801. I have been waiting forever. I have been stuck actually at like 798 for the longest time. It would not budge from 798 and I'm like, I don't know what else I can do to raise my credit. So I'm just doing this video to kind of give you all some tips and tricks to raise your score and to keep your score high. Because now that I'm in the exclusive 800 Club, after doing so much research, there really is no difference between having an 801. So the perks that you can get from having an 801 and a perfect 850, there's really no difference. You're not gonna get anything better by having an 850 versus someone with an 801. So I can raise my score and I wanna raise my score so I'm safely in the 800 range. Like I'm at the low end of 800. If I get a higher score, I won't be so stressed out. Like, oh God, anything can lower my score. Just if I want to apply for something, that check is gonna lower my score. So recently, like I said, I was at 798, and then I got an update alert that my credit score changed, and it literally had changed to 764, and I was freaking out. So I checked my credit. And I realized that one of my credit cards that I completely forgot about, I hadn't used it in so long that they closed the account. And what happens is when you have a card that you've had for like over 10 years, 12 years, that's really good for your credit. So tip one is to keep even those credit cards that you do not use, try to use them like once every blue moon to keep them open. Having a longer history of credit helps your score. So when that dropped off of my credit, it really hurt my score. But apparently I just bounced back from that because the next time I checked my credit, maybe 3 months later, it had went back to a 798. So I think it was the initial shock of that dropping off that dropped my credit. But because everything was in line, my credit shot back up to a 798. So when it dropped and then it went back up, I'm like, I have been waiting for it to get to 800 and I'm like, oh God, it's gonna take forever to get to 800 now. But after it went to 798, after I got the next alert, because you get a new credit update, I think every 3 months. So the next time I just checked my credit, which was last week, it was 801 and I was like jumping up and down because I had been waiting for that moment. I had been working hard and diligent to make it to 800. So like I said, tip number one was to make sure you keep a long credit history. Oh, the longer your credit history, the better, okay? If you have something open if you have a credit card from 2007, 2010, look, the longer the better. Keep that longest credit card open. Number two, this is probably the biggest one. Pay your bills on time every time. Never, ever, ever be late. I have exceptional payment history. I never miss a payment ever in my entire credit history of trying to get great credit. If you all know, I've had to learn the hard way to get good credit. And since I've learned the hard way, I'm never, ever, ever late on my payments, okay? I pay early a lot of the times. I pay early sometimes where they're like, we're not ready for your payment, and I'm paying early, okay? And I will use my credit card even if I don't need it because I have the cash. I'll use my credit card to get those points, and then 2 days later I'll just pay that credit card bill off. Okay, so 1, keep your credit history long. Number 2, pay your bills on time every single time. Number 3, use 30% or less of your utilization. So if with all of your credit cards combined, all of your, everything you added up, say you have $1,000 worth of available credit, you only want to use 30% of that. 30% of 1,000 would be what? $300. You wouldn't want to use more than $300 of that. So the same goes for if you have $20,000 worth of credit limit, you have $60,000 worth of credit limit. Never use more than 30% because it hurts your credit, because it looks like you're in a financial bind that you need to use all of this credit. Okay, and then number 4, so if you're not using, you don't want to use more than 30%, you want to try and up your credit limits. So this is only going to be for those who are really responsible, and I am very responsible. If you can get a credit increase, get a credit increase, because the higher your credit, the less utilization you'll be using. So if you have a credit card and they give you've been with them for 3 years and your credit limit is $2,000, ask them if they will up you to $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000. And this is only for those people who are responsible with their credit. Okay, those are my top 4. Now, number 5 that I would say is to have a variety of different types of things going on with your credit. So when I say that is, you want credit cards. If you have a home loan you're paying off, if you have a car loan, if you have a student loan, okay, it's say paying off debt is what you want to do. But for some reason in our system, they like to see different types of things on your credit. So if say you paid off your car, you don't have a house loan, you don't have a student loan, you're like, well, how can I add different types of revolving credit? Go and if you have a good credit score, go to your bank and ask for a personal loan, maybe $1,000, maybe $500. That'll add a personal loan in addition to your credit cards. Those type of things will add value to your credit and will probably, raise your credit score. Okay. Now, my biggest tip is to make sure you're constantly checking your credit. Make sure you're using the annual credit report website so that you're keeping an eye out like an eagle for anything that should not be there, anything that looks suspicious, so you can get it off your credit, all of that good stuff. Now, I've done a video previously in the past on how to get out of having bad credit to shoot your credit up. So I'm not going to go into details on this video. If you want to see that video, make sure you go watch it. But I wanted to do this video just to give you some good tips to help you get to 800 and to keep you in 800, and to also give myself a pat on the back, because as a Black female, I am Black female, educated, no kids, a degree, savings, good credit. So I want all Black girls to get to that point, okay? I want all my sisters to be walking around with degrees, with money, with good credit. You can buy your own house, you can get your own car, and when you're ready for a relationship, you're ready for a marriage, you're ready for kids, it's on your terms, okay? Because you are doing it on your own. And I'm not one of those girls who's like, who's not soft and who can't be submissive and is like independent woman, like. But if you all would like to see other specific videos from me, let me know. I just wanted to do this video because I'm so proud that I finally reached 800, and I want to help my sisters and guys, if you're watching this video, get to that point, okay? We are getting where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides, all of 2021 and beyond, okay? So if you have any requests, let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. I'm going to go pop a bottle for myself for reaching 801. Bye.